Here are some of the most venerated Muslim women in history, categorized by their primary areas of influence. 1. The family of the Prophet Muhammad. Khadija bint Khuwaylid. She was the first wife of the Prophet Muhammad, and the first person to accept Islam. She was a wealthy and successful merchant who employed the Prophet and later proposed marriage to him. She provided him with unwavering emotional, financial, and spiritual support during the most difficult early years of his prophethood. He always remembered her with great love and referred to her as the best of women. The epitome of a supportive partner, a successful businesswoman, and a woman of immense faith. Fatima al-Zahra. The youngest daughter of the Prophet Muhammad, and Khadija. She is beloved by all Muslims, but holds a particularly central and elevated status in Shia Islam, where she is seen as an infallible and spiritual leader. She is admired for her piety, her devotion to her father, and her resilience in the face of hardship. Often called Sayyidat Nisa al-Alamin, leader of the women of the world. She is a symbol of purity, sacrifice, and closeness to the Prophet. Aisha bint Abi Bakr. A wife of the Prophet and known for her sharp intellect, curiosity, and strong personality. After the Prophet's death, she became one of the most important sources of hadith, records of the Prophet's sayings and actions. She transmitted over 2,000 hadith and was a leading scholar and jurist consulted by the companions on matters of law and religion. Legacy: a scholar, teacher, and political figure. Her life demonstrates the active role women can play in Islamic scholarship and community life. 2. Exemplars of faith and sacrifice. Asiya bint Muzahim. The wife of the Pharaoh in the time of Moses. In the Quran, she is praised as a model of faith for believing in God against her tyrannical husband, praying, "My Lord, build for me near you a house in paradise and save me from Pharaoh and his deeds and save me from the wrongdoing people." Quran 66:11. Legacy: a symbol of unwavering faith in the face of the ultimate temporal power and oppression. Maryam, Mary, the mother of Jesus. She is the only woman mentioned by name in the Quran, and an entire chapter is named after her, Surah Maryam. The Quran holds her in the highest esteem for her piety, chastity, and devotion to God. She is considered the greatest of all women. Legacy: the epitome of purity, devotion, and submission to God's will. 3. Scholars, mystics, and intellectuals. Rabia al-Adawiyya. An 8th century mystic from Basra, Iraq, who is one of the most central figures in the development of Sufism, Islamic mysticism. She is famous for her concept of divine love, worshipping God not out of fear of hell or desire for paradise, but purely for his sake. Legacy: a foundational figure in Islamic spirituality, whose poetry and teachings on unconditional love of God continue to inspire. Fatima al-Fihri. In the 9th century, she used her inheritance to fund the construction of the University of Al-Qarawiyyin in Fez, Morocco. It is recognized by UNESCO and the Guinness World Records as the oldest existing, continually operating degree-granting university in the world. Legacy: a patron of education whose legacy established a center of learning that shaped intellectual history for over a millennium. Zainab al-Ghazali. A 20th century Egyptian Islamic activist and writer. She founded the Muslim Women's Association and was a prominent figure in the Islamic revival movement. She endured immense torture in prison for her beliefs, demonstrating extraordinary courage. Legacy: a modern example of a woman taking a leading role in Islamic activism and education. 4. Rulers and political figures. Sharjah al-Dur, a former slave who became the Sultana of Egypt in the 13th century. After the death of her husband, she effectively ruled Egypt and led the defense against the Crusaders. Her political acumen saved the Ayyubid dynasty and paved the way for the Mamluk Sultanate. Legacy: a powerful and shrewd female ruler in a male-dominated world, demonstrating leadership in a time of crisis. Razia Sultana, the only woman to have ever sat on the throne of Delhi, India, as a sultan. She ruled from 1236 to 1240 and was known for her administrative skill, justice, and refusal to be confined by gender roles, often leading armies and dressing in a tunic and turban. Legacy: a symbol of female political power and capability in medieval Islamic history. These women are venerated not for one single reason, but for a multitude of virtues: faith, Khadija, Asiya, Maryam; knowledge and scholarship, Aisha, Fatima al-Fihri; spirituality, Fatima al-Zahra, Rabia al-Adawiyya; courage and leadership, Zainab al-Ghazali, Sharjah al-Dur, Razia Sultana. Their diverse lives show that within Islamic tradition, women have been revered as leaders, scholars, patrons, and spiritual guides, providing powerful examples for all time.